Grignar, fucking Grignar, fucking Grignar, fucking...
Are you trying to make a theme song?
Yes!
It didn't work.
No, I agree.
Shit.
It was rubbish.
Okay.
I think it's your aged rickets and vocal cords.
I don't fucking have vocal rickets.
Yeah, both.
No, I don't.
I saw a picture of you recently. Looked like some sort of ancient aged man. Like,
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
See you in your cooking video as well.
It's not
On a rating for our intro from 1 to Agathund, what would the intro currently be at right now?
Well, if it ended
3 Grignars out of 10.
after dying, then it would be Agathund, as he made himself known, detached from the Baron, vaulted him, and promptly impaled himself.
You will never forget that, will you, in
No.
all of your life?
See, after we do this, I literally expunged this story out of my mind. I feel there's better things I could use with it, like, you know, how to bake cakes and stuff.
Word of the day, expunged.
You like expunged?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, thanks, man.
You go, Twitch. Okay, so, page 38, bottom bit.
Next
All right.
to Eek.
Who wishes to utilize the silence?
Yeah. Who wants to, who ended last time?
I don't remember. It's all sort of a blur.
Fuck it, flip for it, and we're at coin.
I do have a coin.
I have dice.
Oh, nice, flip. Oh, dice, even better, yeah, okay. I'll be 1 and 2. Kiko, you 3 and 4, and Roof at 5
No,
and 6.
I'll be 4 and 6. He's 3 and 5.
Oh, fuck off. Okay, so 1.
That was me then.
It's you. So it's you, then... Who next?
Well, you were next on the die, right?
Yeah, so it'd be you next
Yeah.
then. Alright.
Okay, right, fair enough.
Utilizing the silence and stealth acquired in the untamed...
That's there's no second R in that.
What, in acquired?
Acquired.
Acquired.
Yeah.
Acquired? Acquired, I guess. In the
Yeah, 'cause
untamed
acquired-
climes of his childhood, Grignr slink through twisting corridors and winding stairway.
Is this third person? Isn't
Yeah, it does make you
isn't it
wonder.
slunk in
Grignar is playing a text adventure, Grignar Slink. And then the text adventure goes, I do not understand Slink.
One does not know how to slink. And winding stairways, lighting his way with confiscated torch of his dispatched guardian.
Yeah?
Knowing
Nice.
where his steps were leading to, Grignr
How?
meandra...
How does he know this?
Well, he doesn't. It's just making shit up. He has no idea.
Wait, why does
Maybe he likes to think he knows
Well,
where he's
to be
going.
fair, he does know where the immediate step is, but he doesn't know where he's going down here in this place.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of actual physical steps, I guess he knows where that is going.
Look at
'cause
the
he can see
next
it.
fucking sentence here. Let's contradict each other ourselves here right away.
knowing where his... Oh, no. I've just read it as well. You said knowing where his steps
Always
were
steps,
leading to.
he meandered aimlessly, so he's not really... He knows where he's going aimlessly,
It's like,
meandering.
I'm going left
Maybe.
on a whim.
I am lost.
Oh,
In search
Jesus.
of an exit from the chateau's dim confines...
Now it's a chateau, is it? It's a
Well,
palace, then it's
it's
an
a palace
estate,
chateau.
then it's a dungeon, then it's a chateau. It's like, what is it?
It's a dungeon palace chateau.
So
Well,
what is it?
What is it?
I've never seen one before.
No one has, but I'm guessing it's an eldritch like building with.
It's a non-Euclidean building with like sort of freakish...
Wait, is he climbing stairs? Where are they?
So
yeah,
what
I
is
need
it?
a diagram. Okay, the wild blood coursing through his veins yearned for the undefiled freedom of the livid wilderness lands, and presumably a map.
To be fair, he's been quite livid for a while.
Fucking. He's.
And there's a
The
picture
power
here
of
of,
tea.
of the rat, I guess, which going...
Is that
"Yick."
the rat?
I think it's supposed to be the rat.
Why does it have a unibrow?
Why is one of its eyes looking to the right
Why
and
does
the
it
other one
have-
looking directly forward?
Some sort of weird fucking basset hound ears.
What else could it be? I guess
don't
it's
know.
the rat.
Gentlemen, there's a solution to this you're not seeing.
It might just be rubbish.
Possibly.
Fuck me.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought you actually had something else you were gonna, you know. do.
No,
No, I had nothing.
Oh, fair enough then. All right, well, coming upon a fork in the passage, he treaked.
Tweaked? Yep, he tweaked.
Tweaked. Voices accompanied by clinking footfall. False.
Foot phallus.
Yes.
We're going with
Fouls.
footfalls.
Yes,
Footfalls.
footfalls. Yes, that's right.
Discerned to his sensitive ears from the left corridor. Wishing to avoid contact,
That's surprising.
Grignr veered to the right passageway. If accosted to the purpose of his presence, his barbarous accent would reveal his identity, being that his attire was not of the castle's mercenary troops. I mean, and the fact
Actually,
he, had
think
probably had
that's-
blood
I-
stuff.
that is a very faded E. I think it's actually an O. I think it's mercenary.
Mercenary.
Yeah, if
Oh,
you look at
yeah.
it, that looks
Oh,
more
yes,
like an
it
O.
is.
It's
It's
the
a mercenary
mercenary
troop.
troops. Yep.
That sounds like some sort of tiny pastry.
What, a mercenary?
Yeah, a little mercenary pie.
Oh, that sounds quite nice.
Yeah, it's like a
Oh, hello,
mercenary.
Grignar. Your usual, please. Yes, 5 mercenaries.
Yeah.
In grim silence, Grignr treaded down the dingily. Dingily,
Dingily, I
Dingily?
think is a word.
Yeah, dingily. Is that a spell right now?
I don't know.
Dingily lit corridor.
You know what it
A
actually
stalk-
is, I think, yeah.
A stalking panther creeping warily along on padded feet. The way that's written, so is he literally now a panther creeping warily on padded feet?
He used that semicolon correctly.
Yeah.
I've
Yes,
never done
but-
that.
No,
I've never
Windows
used a
was correct.
semicolon.
Yeah.
What's it like?
I don't know. I've never
use
done it
them a lot.
correctly either.
They're quite good, actually.
Oh, you
Really?
But yeah, I think there's a little bit of a change here. Either he's gained like wild shape from being a 5th level druid, or he should be describing it as if he is a stalking panther.
Oh,
not
alternatively, there is in fact a stalking panther creeping ahead of him, and he's just sort of following it along.
No, actually, to be fair, that could work in this story. Just
yeah.
suddenly a stalking panther.
Well, if it's
Yeah, then he'll
stalking,
beat a man to death
if
with
it's
its
stalking,
tail.
it's following something. So I assume it's after Grignar.
Yeah, maybe Grignr's about to get eaten by this panther.
I hope so.
No,
That's terrible.
Grignar will just get bitten by it a lot and then kill it and then hide its bone like in his loincloth or something.
Yeah. You just stuff it in his pants. He's got this cat poking out the front, like, hello!
Fucking oh Jesus.
After an interminable period of wandering through the dull corridors, no gaps to break the monotony of cold grey walls, Grignr espied a small winding stairway.
Oh, you got to SB something eventually.
Wish I could SB
How the
that.
fuck do you spell a spide then? If it's not like that.
I think he was actually going for spied.
Is it supposed to be spied?
I think
I
it's
think
a
it's- I
spide.
think
A
it's
spide is a
meant to be-
word. I think.
It's actually a word. Did I make the mistake there? I'm sorry.
I think so. A spide.
Yes, actually,
Yeah.
it is a word, but I think spied might have been a little bit better.
Oh, my bad. Then it's
No,
spied.
a spide is to
Catch sight of.
catch a glimpse of or something.
Oh,
To be
okay, no,
honest,
my
I
bad.
think Grignar is armed with his thesaurus a bit too much in this segment.
Oh, no kidding. Descending the flight of arced granite
Yep.
slabs to their posterior, Grignr was confronted by a short hallway leading to a tall arched wooden doorway.
Not a hallway.
Yeah, it's like, a special type of hallway.
So he's like, I want to break free from this place. I can't let you do that, Grignar.
Yeah. Why
I mean,
not?
What?
I can't let you do that.
Grignar, although you made great efforts to kill those people without them seeing, I saw the bone in your loincloth that you hid away.
I don't know. Hell's with one A. This is Hal. Like.
It's Hal's like Norwegian cousin.
Yeah, it's like shit. Second,
Oh.
2 times removed brother of Bale.
Are you going to...
Norsk.
Oh, the next sentence is fantastic.
Halting before the teeming portal.
It's a portal that summons portals!
Oh my god, can you imagine a portal? You just look into it and your head explodes. Hey, what's in it?
It's the portal you send portals in.
Yeah.
To be fair, portal can also describe a doorway.
It's how, it's how you blue screen of death your brain. Just look inside that shit.
This is a fantastic sentence.
Anyway, halting before the teeming portal, Grignr resties his shaggy head sideways against the
Sidewise.
barrier. Sorry, sidewise against the barrier.
Flatways.
Detecting no sound from within. Was this within the portal?
I
He
think so.
grasped the looped metal handle of the door. Metal. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm correcting this automatically.
Don't correct it!
I'm sorry. His arms surging with a tremendous effort of bulging muscles, yet the door would not budge. Retrieving his axe from where he had sheathed it beneath his girdle, he hefted it in his mighty hands with an aspied grunt and wedging one of its blackened edges into the crack between the portal and its iron-rimmed sill. Sill? Damn it.
Yeah, that actually would work.
Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah,
The fuck is aspized? What does that
I will
even
have a look.
What is that even supposed to be?
A pizard.
It actually is a
Pizard.
pizard.
Yeah, I'll have a look at a pizard.
Do you think it's supposed to be a spied, but it's now a
Well,
pizard?
I will inform you that a pizard is not a word.
For the avid listener, it's spelled A-P-I-E-S-E-D, and I unfortunately corrected it.
It's just appeased, which is and unfortunately the fifth link here is the Eye of Argon.
That's distressing.
Oh no!
Bracing his sandaled right foot against the roughly hewn wall, teeth
No.
tight...
There's a J in that.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's Rugjali. It's Rugjali
Jesus
hewn
Christ.
wall.
Yep.
So against the Rugjali hewn wall, teeth tightly clenched, Grignar... Oh Christ. Apalevered?
Yep.
Apalevered the oaken haft, employing it as a lever whereby to pry open the barrier.
Jesus Christ. He used the... Oh.
I'm sorry, this could all have just been shortened into Grignar used the axe to lever the door open.
Or just bitch open the door, yo. Would have done. The leather wound hilt going with bending there. It's probably going to be... I think that was originally bending. To its utmost limits of endurance, the massive portal swung open with a grating of snapped latch and rusty iron hinges.
Oh joy.
Nice.
Go on, then. Someone take the
Is it
reins.
me now?
Okay,
It is
go.
my turn.
Okay, go.
Glancing about the dust-swirled room in the gloomily dancing glare of his flickering cresset, Grignar eyed evidences of the enclosure being nothing more than a forgotten storeroom. Miscellaneous articles, required for the maintenance of a castle, now it's a castle, were piled in disorganized heaps at infrequent intervals towards the wall opposite the barbarian's piercing stare. Utilizing long, bounding strides, which don't seem appropriate for such a small room, Grignar paced his way over to the mounds of supplies to discover if any articles of value were contained within their midst. Detecting a faint clicking sound, Grignar...
Clinking, I think.
Yeah, clinking.
Yeah.
Well spotted. I prefer the clicking sound.
I think clicking sound would have worked better, like the
Detecting
predators
a faint
like
clinking
stalking
sound, Grignar sprawled to his left side with the speed of a striking cobra. Now he's a cobra.
I like the
landing
panther better.
That falls
landing
over.
harshly on his back. Torch and axe loudly clattering to the floor in a morass of sparks and flame. An elm woman board leaped from collapsed flooring, clashing against the jagged flooring. You mentioned flooring twice.
There's a lot
on
of
the same
flooring in
line,
this same sentence.
and spewing a shower of orange and yellow sparks over Grignar's startled face. Rising uneasily to his feet, the half-stunned Ecordian glared down at the gruesome arm of death he had unwittingly sprung.
Is that Marifgal?
I think it's Rifk. Like
It's
the guy with the surly beard.
it's Marifgal. It's Marifgal.
It's Marifgal. Yeah, it's gone out then. It's Marifgal.
Marifgal.
Isn't that just a smudged exclamation mark?
No, I'm reading it as it is. It is Marifgal. If not for his keen auditory organs and
Who calls
Jesus
ears
Christ.
auditory organs? Like,
keen auditory organs,
as opposed to like shite ones, I guess.
I don't know, and lightning-steeled reflexes, Grignar would have been groping through the shadowed hell pits of the Grim Reaper. He had unknowingly
Wait,
stumbled.
Grignar's fondling up death. Like, hey, Grignar, could you stop that? He's like honking his dick. Like,
He had unknowingly stumbled upon an ancient, long-forgotten booby trap. A mistake which would have stunted the perusal of longevity of one less agile. How many times are you going to keep saying,
Wait.
he barely escaped with his life?
What? Okay, so there's a trap in a storeroom that's obviously seen use, but the trap is ancient and no one's sprung it? What?
Maybe nobody goes to this storeroom. Maybe people are like, nah, we won't go down there. It's just that ancient trap that nobody's ever sprung for ages.
Yeah, because it's got one tiny little trigger
But
that
listen
Grignar
to the
happened to
trap.
step on.
A mechanism, similar in type to that of a miniature catapult, was concealed beneath two collapsible sections of granite flooring. The
But
arm of the
why?
device was 4 feet long. This is not a tiny catapult, boasting razor-like cleats at regular intervals along its face, with which it was to skewer the luckless body of its would-be victim. Grignar had stepped upon a concealed catch which released a small metal latch beneath the two granite sections, causing them to fall inward, and thereby loose the spiked arm of death.
oh, this
They
is like
precariously held it.
someone's fucking design work
this
homework.
is basically booby trap like description porn here. Some people do dress up porn in writing. This is like booby trap porn.
No, everything about this is like someone's gone to school, right? And someone said, I want you to describe to me every fucking dimension of the room you're in. He's like, no, hold my beer. I've got this.
And Tolkien is hungry somewhere.
Yeah, seriously.
Partially out of curiosity, and partially out of an inordinate fear of becoming a pincushion for a possible second trap, Grignr plunged his torch into the exposed gap in the floor, the torch that's fallen on the floor and probably gone out by now. The floor of a second chamber stood out 7 feet below the glare. Tossing his torch through the aperture, Grignar grasped the side of an adjoining tile, dropping down.
Actually, in all fairness, torches were designed to be dropped, so they actually stay lit.
Yeah, but I'm presuming this is a rubbish torch.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
This is like the torch that was left in for ages, and this is rubbish. Glancing about the room, Grignar that R's a bit down on Grignar, but there it is. Grignar discovered that he had descended into the palace's mausoleum.
Jesus
Rectangular
Christ.
stone crypts cluttered the floor at evenly placed intervals. The
Like-
tops of the
We've been reading this and following along. I cannot even picture in my mind's eye where the fuck he's supposed to be.
No,
Like-
it's really weird. It's like some asshole at some point, probably that guy who once made the maze for the monster but didn't have a monster. He's like, okay, so we've got this storeroom. Never mind the mausoleum. That seems like an important place in the fucking palace. I'm gonna build a trap there that goes through the floor if anyone goes in the fucking storeroom. Never mind where we bury our kings and statesmen. Never mind that. I'm gonna put a trap down there that goes up and defends the storeroom. What
No,
a mong.
I'm just confused after the whole dick rat thing. Like, so he bludgeoned a man to death with his dick rat, right?
Yes.
And then took all his stuff, sneaked around like up in the like against the wall for a bit, and then found a storeroom, and now is descending into basically a crypt.
Yeah, you're heading
Yeah.
the wrong way to get out of here, Grignar.
He crawled
You
into
better go up,
the
not down.
How,
He
I mean,
crawled
more
into the
importantly, how
hole
big is
that
this place?
the hole that the trap exposed when it was sprung. He crawled into that, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
right,
but-
okay.
but he's heading the wrong way. To get out, he has to go up. He's going down.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
He was in a chateau before, so he must obviously
the
be
top-
above ground.
The tops of the enclosures were plated with thick layers of virgin gold, while the sides were plated with white ivory, at one time sparkling, but now grown dingy through the passages of the rays of all-encompassing Mother Time. Yes, it is
all-encompassing is all-encompassing.
No, it's all-encompassing.
All-encompassing, and his mate Mother Time
And
have like
now
wrecked this
exploring
place.
the mausoleum with Alan Compassing. Hello, I'm Alan Compassing, and oh god, it's Grignar!
Hello, I'm Alan Compassing. This is my friend Mother Time. Say hello, Mother
I
Time.
think
Hello.
fair warning here. I think you might have a stroke at the word in the next sentence.
Featured at the head of each sarcophagus, in tarnished silver, was the no. Let me figure this out. Expugnisively carved likeness of its rotting inhabitant. I think I got that word right. We'll just move on.
I Google it.
You
No.
may Google it.
I've-
I will continue.
I-
I'm more curious about backwards armed woman skeletal with her baps out.
We may never know.
yeah.
I mean, there seems to have been great effort crafted into like a working chest there, but the arm seems to have been an afterthought.
And the face.
Well,
Yeah, are
the
those her
face- the
nostrils
face
or her
alone is
eyes?
disturbing. I think those are her eyes, worryingly.
And half her boob is a nipple.
A dingy atmosphere pervaded the air of the chamber, which sealed in the enclosure for an unknown period had grown thick and stale. Intermingling with the curdled currents was the repugnant stench of slowly mouldering flesh, creeping ever slowly but surely through minute cracks in the numerous vaults. Due to the embalming of the bodies, their flesh decayed at a much slower rate than is normal, yet the nauseous odour was nonetheless repellent. Towering over Grignar's head was the trap he released. Oh, we're back on the trap. Hell.
Nice.
The mechanism of the miniaturized catapult was cluttered with mildew and cobwebs.
Catapult
Notwithstanding-
sounds like something you use to sort out a clogged toilet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bring me the
Notwith-
catapult.
Notwithstanding these relics of antiquity, its efficiency remained unimpinged, apart from the fact that you've set it and now it's like obviously there. To the right of the trap wound a short stairway through a recessi in the ceiling. A concealed entrance leading to the mausoleum for which the catapult had obviously been erected as a silent, relentless guardian. I'll do one more little bit and then I think it might be
Oh dear.
I think it might be your turn. Climbing up the side of the device. He's resetting the trap. Grignar sets the task of resetting its mechanism. Why?
Why?
In the
For what purpose?
event that a search was organized, it would prove well to leave no evidence of his presence open to wondering eyes. Besides,
Actually, that's a fairly
it
reasonable
might even
reason.
serve to dwindle the size of an opposing force. But
They would know it was there, surely.
they would know it was there.
The weird thing here is, I mean, he could just have closed the hatch, just pulled it down and closed the hatch. He would not have to rearm it.
I'm sorry, I just love the idea of Grignar having himself going "Hurp," and just putting on his reading glasses, going.
Yeah, and he puts on like his engineer hat and a
oh,
spanner.
Just going to.
better put this how I found it.
But just imagine Grignar going all engineer on this as an accordion, going, need a sentry right here.
Grignr, sap him a sentry.
Take only memories, leave only footsteps, disturb nothing.
It is Ruford's time.
Descending from his perch, Grignar was startled by faintly muffled scream of horrified desperation. His hair prickled Yorkishly?
Yeah.
Is that a word?
I have no idea.
We're going to find out.
What does it mean?
Yorkish. Not really. No.
What's a York?
A York is...
That's the thing.
No.
Yorkishly.
There is an Urban Dictionary definition of it.
Oh, that sounds good.
Which is the sound of a bullet shot as defined by a rapper.
Okay.
Rapper?
It is apparently a trademark sound, though.
So Grignar's hair does gang signs in disorganized clump along his scalps, as a cold danced along the length of his spinal cord. No mortal what?
I'm sorry, no moral/mortal barrier. Wait, those are two completely different things here.
So there's a mortal barrier with like some sort of issue, like about slaying people. Like
no,
is that moral thing to do? Or?
No mortal or people with scruples may enter here.
Yeah, it's like no moral or mortal barrier, human or otherwise, was capable of arousing the numbing sensation of fear inside Grignar's smouldering soul. Except when you were scared before Grignar, you fucking idiot.
I don't think we want to arouse anything in Grignar. It tends to resolve in violence.
Well, to be honest, with that panther stuck in his trousers, this could be a little bit awkward.
Fuck's sake. However, he was overwrought by the forces of the barbarian's instinctive fear of the supernatural.
He's scared of supernatural now,
That is actually there's quite a lot of literature where barbarians are averse to the supernatural. I believe there's one like Fire Dot Wolf or something. There was like a set of choose your own adventure books where there's a barbarian who hated magic.
There's a barbarian in Discworld, and whenever he saw magic, he wanted to punch it.
Nice.
Yeah.
His mighty thews had always served to adequately conquer any tangible foe. But the intangible was something distant and terrible.
I cannot hit this, therefore I fear it.
Yeah, fucking eldritch shit. Dim, horrifying tales passed by word of mouth over glimmering campfires and skins of wine had more than once served the purpose of chilling the marrowed core of his sturdy limb bones. Okay, so...
I will kill everything, but as soon as somebody goes, look, I will make this rabbit appear out of a hat. And then he just runs away.
Heresy! Yet... the scream contained a strangely human quality, unlike that which Grignar imagined would come from the lungs of a demon or spirit, making Grignar take short, nervous strides, advancing to the sarcophagus from which the sound was issuing.
Two things. One, I think demons and stuff are well known for imitating human sound. And two, if it is the thing that is in the picture on the previous page, human is questionable.
Yes, but we don't know what Grignar looks like.
Questionable at best, I feel.
Clenching his teeth in an attempt to steel his jangled nerves, Grignar slid the engraved slab. Is this a factory slab or is this hand engraved?
Well, I think unless it's they always mention if it's hand engraved. Yeah. This was made on a factory line, I'm afraid.
Like those monks that always write "Made in America" on everything. Ustlers. Grignar slid the engraved slab from the vault with a sharp rasp of grinding stone. Another long-drawn cry of terror. Infested anguish met the barbarian, scoring like the shrill piping of a demented banshee, piercing the inner fibers of his superstitious being with primitive dread and awe. Not dread.
Yep, dread. It is even worse than dread. It is when dread itself is feeling dread.
When you look inside a portal, you get dread.
Oh no.
You do.
From the dread mines, you get double the dread. Stooping over to espy the tomb's contents, the glittering...
Okay, he glitters now, does he?
Why are you glittering?
He's leveled up.
The glittering accordion's redacted nostrils were singed by the scorching aroma of a mouldering corpse. long
molded,
shut up
scully.
and fermenting. Nice. The same putrid scent which permeated the entire chamber, though multiplied to a much more concentrated dosage. The shriveled, leathery packet of crumbling bones and dried, flaking flesh offered no resistance, but remained in a fixed position of perpetual vigilance, watching over its dim abode.
I must inform you that is not flaking, that is flacking.
Oh, flacking flesh.
Yeah,
Sorry.
flacking flesh.
Oh, its dim abode from hollow, gaping sockets. The
So he's
torch...
you just opened up for a corpse then. It's like, here's a dead body.
Yeah, here's a guy. The torch's cries were not coming from the tomb, but from some hidden depths below.
Oh, well, better to
Isn't it cries C-R-I-E-S?
Yep.
Spells.
Also, better disarm yet another trap and go past the mechanism. That's the only way you can go downstairs, apparently.
Grigr
Yeah.
puts his engineering hat back
Everyone
on.
that's down there has gone down by that route. Space exclamation mark. Lulling the reeking corpse from its resting place, Grignr tossed it to the floor in a broken, mangled heap.
That is very disrespectful.
That is
Yeah.
disrespectful. He's got no feelings.
They
It's
do
not very
that.
moral.
Prince Adam does that in Lost Eden as well. Here are your ancestors. I put tooth.
Prince
Ancestor
Adam, like
disintegrates.
He-Man.
No, a very different Adam.
Blonde as well, though.
Oh, that's right.
Upon the side of the crypt's bottom was attached a series of tiny hinges which, oh god, while running parallel along the opposite of a convex railing like protuberance.
Protuberance.
I can't
yeah.
say words. Laid as so to appear as a part of the interior surface of the sarcophagus.
I cannot believe, honestly, that this man is like, obviously, this is running parallel on the opposite side. No.
Yeah. For fuck's sake. Grignr sees stone. Goes through stone, done. Raising a slab upon its bronze hinges, long removed from the graze of human eyes, Grignr perceived a scene which has caused his blood to smoulder, not unlike bubbling molten lava. Directly
He's
below
dead
him,
now. He has lava in his
he's
body.
fucking dead.
Just immediately catch fire.
Pop. Directly below him, a whimpering female lay stretched upon a smooth surface marble altar.
It all comes full circle.
Yay!
Thank Christ for that.
A pack
Oh,
of
it's Gracie Shaman.
Gracie-faced shaman clustering around her in a tight circular formation. Crouching over the girl was a tall, pot-bellied priest.
It's all come full circle, and he's missing his balls.
Oh
Probably.
yeah, his balls. I remember she stuck her foot in like his pee hole.
His face dominated by a disgusting, open-mouthed grimace of sadistic glee. Suspended from the Acolyte's clenched right hand was a carven, oval-faced mallet.
I thought it said mullet then. I was like, this guy's got like 80s hair.
Yeah, what the... which he
disappointing.
waved menacingly over the girl's shadowed face. An incoherent gibberish flowing from his grinning, thick-lipped mouth.
Okay,
Something
well, so what
redacted.
they're basically doing right now is taunting her. This is the terrible decision, because little do they know that Grignar is about to pounce with his panther-like insert animal reflexes here.
Yeah,
Grig's just gonna use his literal pocket panther and slap him.
his fucking vole-like reflexes.
So basically, Grignar is turning into a budget beastmaster.
Yes, strength of the bullshit. Speed of the slug. What was he called? Brave Star. Never mind, yeah, it's you, son. I can't go on. I must go on. I will go on.
In the face of the amorphous, broad-breeted female, is that supposed to be breasted, do you think?
No, that is breeted. She is broad-breeted.
Oh, well, broad-breeted it is. Stretched out alluringly before his gaping eyes, the universal whim of nature, filing a plea of despair inside his white-hot soul.
Sir, I'd like to file a plea of despair.
No, you're in the wrong department. This is the department of panther pockets.
Oh,
Need
darn
over
it. I'll be back with the correct form soon.
there. Grignr acted in the only manner he could perceive.
He's killing everything, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. Giving vent to a horse... Why the comma, though? Giving vent to a horse... It sounds like he's giving vent to a horse. Like,
He's going
you go,
for
red
going
battle
full
cry.
boats.
Grigr plunged into the midst of this startled shaman.
Yeah, there
Torch
we go.
simmering in his left hand, a dax twirling in his right hand.
Pluralizing shaman wrong. Shame on you,
I know.
Tice, you dead bastard.
No, we have a new person here, Andax.
Oh, Andax.
Andax is
Oh, hello.
twirling in his right hand.
He just nicked Andax. He's like a mercenary.
Oh,
Can you please put me down? No. Spin.
My only purpose is to be twirled around.
A gaunt, skull-faced priest now, standing at the far side of the altar, clutched desperately at his throat. What are the lucky chances that he ran into a city which not only had a palace, dungeon, chateau, but also had a crypt that had evil priests and like
If only
dodgy
Agathon
rituals?
knew of this, he would sort it out.
Yeah.
I think if Agathon knew about it, he'd sort it right out.
Agathon's fucking dead. They need to send in Tarnov. He'd sort it.
Yeah, we would sort it. It's true. Where are we? He clutched desperately his throat, coughing furiously. Sorry. It is totally a comment. In his attempt to catch his breath, lurching helplessly to and fro, the Acolyte pitched headlong against the gleaming base of a massive jade idol.
Full circle.
Yay! Hold on.
Don't wank.
It's not
Not
wanking.
wanking,
Oh,
It's
sorry.
you need to see a doctor. Too clappy. Writhing agonizingly against the hideous image, foam flecking it is flecking, yeah, his chalk white lips, the priest struggled helplessly, the victim of an epileptic seizure? Oh god, it's like that tiger I had in Rimworld.
Fantastic. He just fucking dies from...
Why did he have an epileptic seizure?
I don't know.
Because
He saw
Grignar
Grignar.
appeared?
And
Is Grigr still sparkling? Is that why?
Yes, he's glittering, remember?
I don't...
He's been glittering for a while. He hasn't leveled up yet.
I still
Oh.
don't think that would cause an epileptic seizure, but I'm not a doctor.
No.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I think they can sort of build up over time and then suddenly
Maybe
happen.
it's just really bad. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I feel a bit ignorant about this. Anyway, startled by the barbarian's stunning appearance,
So
my,
he's glittering and stunning.
the chronic fit of their fellow, and the fear that Grignar might be of the avant-garde of a conquering force dedicated to the cause of destroying their degenerative cult, the Saman
no, not the
momentarily,
Saman.
momentarily lost their composure. Giving vent to heedless pandemonium, the priests fell. Why just change Shaman and priests around? Like, whatever. Fell
Yeah.
easily prey to Grignar's sweeping arc of crimson death and maiming destruction.
Wait. He's armed with Andax and Crimsoned Death?
Okay, so
Well, obviously.
I think he goes priest, acolyte, shaman in that order. I think
Yeah,
he
I
has.
think he.
I think he-
like.
But
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
does Saman fit in all this?
I don't know where
Saman.
Saman fixed it, but I think he has a post-it or something next to him, and then he goes,
Maybe
okay.
the Saman is like some sort of horrible monster.
Yeah, he's got like a tally chart, and every time he uses one, he just strikes it off.
Yeah, so I think after acolyte he goes priest, then he goes shaman. I think he always does it in that order. He cycles it.
No, because we've done priest and acolyte, so it should be shaman again, then priest and acolyte, right?
Yeah.
I think
Alright.
way too hard about this.
The acolyte performing the sacrifice took a vicious blow to the stomach. Hands clutching vitals and severed spinal cord. How do you know he clutching vitals with spinal cord being severed?
I don't know.
As he sprawled over the altar,
This man is dead.
the disorganized priests. Oh,
No, that's
Yes, we got about the priest now.
disorganized.
Oh,
sorry,
well.
lurched and staggered with split skulls, dismembered limbs, and spewing entrails before the enraged Ecordian's relentless onslaught.
Wait, we've montaged all of the violence?
Yeah, all this build-up and this boring mechanism shit. And we
Now
have to
we've
skip
got
the
the
violence.
Howlies.
This enraged accordion sounds like a folk punk band.
He raised accordion, yeah. Or
Ladies
some
and
really,
gentlemen,
really.
we've been waiting for Enraged Accordion!
Is that an
like
accordion?
so we're really angry!
Yeah, I was going with that for an accordion. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What were you expecting?
It sounded like sick foul.
I tried my best. I'm not actually an accordion. So.
Oh, sorry.
The howlers of the maimed and dying reverberated against the walls of the tiny chamber. A chorus of hell fraught despair as the granite floor ran red with the blood.
Not handmade this time.
No. Yeah, that's too expensive. The entire chamber was encompassed in the heat of raw savage butchery as Grignar luxuriated in the grips of a primitive beastly bloodlust.
So he's like glittering and like stunning and he's murdering everything and he's like, yeah!
You know the Oglaf comic about the barbarian who makes stuff? I'm imagining this right now.
What?
Like, stop. Craft only begets more craft.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's the craft barbarian. He mucks up his craft, goes, and then ends up with like bodies everywhere.
That's
Yeah,
not
it's kinda
right.
like
What the fuck is
Fred-
luxuriated?
Like luxurious, but luxuriated. So like, I think it's like shiny, nice sort of.
Luxuriated. Enjoy. Something is luxury. He is indulging right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right.
I see.
Maybe I'm thinking luxurious.
He's indulging right now.
Can
in his
you
passion of
luxuriate
murder.
at anything but a relaxed pace?
Ecordians can luxuriate in ways that we cannot possibly imagine.
Get obvious, for fuck's sake.
Presently, all went silent, save for the ebbing groans of the sinking shaman and Grignar's heavy breath, accompanied by several gusty curses, like farties.
Fuck.
The well had run dry. No more lambs remained for the slaughter. They're not really lambs, though, are they?
They were a mixture of priests, shamans, acolytes, and Saman.
And faceless women.
And, well, cowmen, so lamb men.
Yeah,
I
and cowmen,
guess.
yeah.
There weren't any cowmen in this. Maybe that's a Saman.
Maybe it's a ghost priest of some sort.
The rampaging stead of death having taken...
Is this him not being able to spell steed again?
Having taken of Grignar for the moment, yeah.
Boys, Jesus Christ.
Having taken of Grignar for the moment, left the barbarian free to the exploitation of his other perusals, like presumably like panthers.
Seals?
Perusals, yeah.
Perusials, yeah.
Towering over his head was the misshaped image of the cult's hideous deity, Argon.
How does he know this? Is it written in accordion letters? Oh!
And how do you know it's misshaped? It might be how he looks.
And how do you know it's Argon? That's
So
all these very...
If it's misshaped...
Actually, it's not Argon, it's
doesn't...
redacted Argon, or it's Morse code for S Argon. His
Yeah.
full name is like Sebastian Argon or something.
Sven. So it's misshaped, so it doesn't actually look like what it's supposed to represent.
I guess. But then
But
maybe
it's also-
Grignar's not exactly a
But it's
cultist
also
expert.
described as fantastic as well.
Can someone roll Grignar for
Art.
Mythos, please?
It's like that
Oh,
fucking
yeah, sure,
guy
sure,
who tried to
Unfortunately,
draw.
he failed. He has no idea.
He has no idea what it is.
Nope, not even slightly.
The fantastic size of the idol, in consideration of its being of pure aid, was pureade,
Pureade.
like tomato puree.
Well, basically, you know, like first aid healing like things. It's in like potion form,
Oh, nice.
It's
but
like
the
a poultice.
purest form.
The purest of it. No, okay.
Smear
Yeah,
some-
pure aid. Right, yeah.
Do you have
That's
an
first aid.
injury that desperately needs healing? Try Pure Aid.
Squirts on your Oh my god. This
And
is
for those on a budget,
Very fine.
try Diluted Aid.
It's better than pseudo cream.
What?
What? It's a cream you put on things that are not good.
Head on.
Yeah. Just keep reading.
Alright. This was enough to cause the senses of any man to stagger and reel, yet thus was not the case for the behemoth. He had paid only casual notice to this incredible fact, while riveting the whole of his attention upon the jewel protruding from the idol's soul socket.
It's the title.
Yeah. Roll credits.
Okay, so he was scared of the scream, but not the fucking deity.
Has he forgot about the lady? I think he has.
No, he will not soon.
He will fuck later.
That slut.
Woohoo.
Yeah, the slut.
Its masterfully cut faucets emitting blinding rays of hypnotizing beauty. After all, a man cannot slink from a heavily guarded palace while burdened down by the intense bulk of a squatting statue.
Fucking Jane
Providing, of
Fawcett.
course,
I bet he could.
Yeah, seriously. Providing, of course, that he put it in his pants. Providing, of course, that the idol can even be hefted, which is, in fact, beyond the reach of Grignar's coursing stamina.
Wait. We have found something that Grignar cannot do.
Something that Grignar cannot put in his pants. I mean, would it fit in there with the rat and the panther?
Probably
G-string.
not.
On the other hand, the jewel, gigantic as it was, would not present a hindrance of any mean concern. No, wait, we're on. Do you want to be the lady?
So
You get to talk about ejaculation.
What?
Woohoo.
Go for it.
Help me, please. I can make it well worth your while, pleaded a soft, anguish-strewn voice wafting over Grignar's shoulders as he plucked the dull red emerald from its roots. Turning, Grignar... Yeah?
I thought the Eye of Argon was green.
Look, we all know that emerald is just a loose term in the land of the accordions.
Wait, red emerald. So emeralds are green. Yeah.
This is a special emerald.
Hold on.
No, I think red emerald does exist.
Is it red?
It's a beryl.
Aren't barrels blue?
No, it's a red beryl.
Yeah.
You could get those in Baldur's Gate.
You can.
Yeah.
Turning, Grignar faced the female that had lured him into this bloodbath. Actually, I think you just sort of jumped in
I was about to say,
willingly.
I don't think she did any luring, really. I think, you know, he just looked and saw a woman and decided to go murder some people.
But whom had become all but forgotten in the heat of the battle. You ejaculated the accordion, please, Toad.
He's in there tossing off like, you, hello.
Oh, it is the woman from the tavern!
Please,
I thought
Toad.
that I had seen the last of you at the tavern, but verily I was mistaken. She is the woman from the tavern!
Yep.
Grignar advanced into the grips of the female's entrancing stare, severing the golden chains. Golden chains! Wow! They went to the
Okay, so they lived in
Goldhawk-
squalor, but they had these
They went
really
to the
useless,
They
heavy
went to the
gold
Goldhawk
chains.
School of making things here.
I want my
Every-
chains made out of extremely heavy, useless metal that's very soft.
Severing the golden chains that held her captive upon the altar's highly polished face of ornamental limestone. As Grignar lifted the girl from the altar, her arms wound dexterously about his neck, soft and smooth against his harsh exterior. Art thou pleased that we have chanced to meet once again? Grignar merely voiced a sighed grunt, returning the damsel's embrace while he smothered her trim, delicate lips between the coursing protrusions of his reeking maw.
I mean, what better place to
Gross.
get busy than like a place full of bodies?
Yeah, and
no.
his fucking reeking maw. Jesus
Let us
Christ.
take leave of this wretched
Have a
chamber.
have a vomity
No,
smooch.
they're leaving. They're leaving. Let us
Yeah,
take
so she
leave
kisses
of
him and
this-
just pukes in his mouth.
Let us take leave of this wretched chamber, stated Grignar as he placed the female upon her feet. She swooned a moment, causing Grignar to her support, then regained her stance. Art thou able to find your way through the accursed passages of this castle?
Wait, why is he now talking Old English?
I don't know.
Also, what the fuck is a side grunt?
Marifical.
It's where you hold your
No.
mouth a little bit shut. Go,
Marifical. Every one of the corridors of this damned place are identical. I was at one time a slave of Prince Agaphim. His clammy touch sent a sour swill through my belly, but my efforts reaped a harvest. I gained the pig's liking, whereby he allowed me the freedom of the palace. It was through this means that I eventually managed to escape of the Alice.
Alas.
Alice.
Alas.
It was a simple matter to seduce the sentry of the western gate. His trust found him with a dagger thrust his ribs, the wench stated whimsically.
Christ.
What the fuck is... Why the ellipses there?
I do not know.
What's
There's four
missing?
as well. It's not even correct. So
What were you doing at the tavern whence I discovered you? Asked Grignar in his best medieval, as he lifted the female through the opening of the mausoleum. Oh God, they're going through the opening again. Tell her about the trap, Grignar. I'm sure
quick,
she'll
someone
love to
throw a
hear
foot at somebody.
I had sought to lay low from the palace's guards as they conducted their search for me, and that is why
So
were
you
in
went to the
tavern.
nearby tavern?
The tavern was seldom frequented by the palace guards, apart from the bovine one, and my identity was unknown to the common soldiers. It was through a disturbance that you caused that the palace guards were attracted to the tavern. I was dragged away shortly after you were escorted to the palace.
So he was basically trying to do a long, hard goodbye, or what's the Sin City one called? He's looking for Marv.
What are you called by, female? Carthena, daughter of Minkardos, Duke of Barwego, whose lands border along the northwestern fringes of Gorzom. Oh good, glad to see we have all these places. I'm sure we'll never hear from them ever again.
You know when you hear like nonsense words over and over again, it's like, and then you take the flebe to get the flebe juice.
What?
I was paid as homage to Agaphim upon his 38th year, Husk the Femme.
Husk the fem. Husking, isn't that what you do to corn?
I am called a barbarian, grunted Grignar in a disgusted tone. Aye, the ways of our civilization are in the ways warped and distorted. But what is your calling? She queried, bustily?
Bustily?
Yeah, it's a question mark there.
How does one query bustily?
I don't know. Neither
she
does
like-
Tice. Look at it.
She's like, she
Grignar.
thrusts her chest at him and there's like a little mouth on her going, It's like,
Grignar of Ecordia!
Also, why is Grignr disgusted about being a barbarian?
maybe he really hates his occupation.
He said, and I am called a barbarian. Basically, he's saying that Agaphim is more barbarous than him.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Barbarous, yeah.
Oh, is that? Oh, right. Oh, right.
Yeah,
that
So
actually
we're
makes
not
it.
gonna find,
Fuck, Jesus.
we're not going to find like Grignr down the job centre then?
No.
Like looking for a new role?
I have heard vaguely of Ecordia. It is the hill countries to the far east of the Norogolian Empire. I have also heard Agathin curse your land more than once when his troops were routed in the unaccustomed mountains and gorges, saith she. Saith she!
She
Well,
hath spoken.
You know what? I would love to see Grignar in the Canterbury Tales at this rate.
Literally shocking.
My people are not tarnished by petty luxuries and baubles. Our luxuries come about by killing people. They remain fierce and unconquerable in their native climes. After reaching the hidden panel at the head of the stairway, Grignar was at a loss in regard to its operation. His fiercest heaves were as pebbles against burnished armor. Carthena depressed a small symbol included within the elaborate design upon the panel, whereupon it slowly slid into a cleft in the wall. How did you come to be the victim of these crazed shaman? Quested Grignar as he escorted Carthena through the piles of rummage on the left side of the trap.
Piles of rummage, is that correct?
Yes.
Nothing about this is correct.
Piles of ramage, there you go. Piles of ramage. My mistake.
But isn't rummage something you do?
Yes, rummage. Yep, doesn't matter. Just read on.
It's like gubbins.
By Avim's orders, I was thrust into a secluded cell to await his passing of sentence. By some means, the priests of Argon acquired a set of keys to the cell, so it doesn't seem like that Agathim knows about the priests of Argon.
You know how it is when you get a big palace. You're not sure if cultists sneak in the basement.
Yeah, they slew the guard placed over me. Over you? Literally?
Standing. Like
Now the trap kind of makes sense.
It is my job to guard over you. Like, literally. No, but it could also work to guard over, it's a term. And abducted me to the chamber in which you chanced to come upon the, well...
Go on, take your best shot.
The Skostic.
Sarcastic.
Is that the word the cat says when he like gets his genitals stuck in the
No, I
diary?
think that was sacrifice. Their hellspawn cult demands a sacrifice once every 3 moons upon its full journey through the heavens. They were
Wow, that is really inconvenient.
Yeah, they were startled by your unannounced appearance. Well, then again, the moons might be different in Ecordia.
Possibly.
They were like every 5 minutes they must sacrifice someone.
Yeah, literally, they got like a conveyor belt. It's like,
They were
come on.
They were startled by your unannounced appearance through the fear that you had been sent by Agathim. The prince would surely have submitted them to the most ghastly of tortures if he had ever discovered their unfaithfulness to Sargon, his bastard deity.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have had a cult in his basement then. Like, come on. You can't be pissed at the guy who owns the house.
You're not
Get
even
rocking
paying
out of the
him
basement.
rent, are you? You're just squatting in his basement.
Seriously, and that's like the crypt. Like, he probably visits there at least reasonably frequently. Bloody cultists, clear out,
The
piss off.
partakers of the ritual were high nobles and high trustees of the inner palace. Agathim's pitiless wrath would have been unparalleled. Also, this woman was introduced as person in tavern. Now she is plot dump McPlot dump.
Seriously, she's saying it's more than we found out of the entire story.
What the fuck?
They have no more to fear of Agathim now, bellowed Grigr.
What? It was not Agathim he killed, it was Agathund.
Yeah, Agathim, I think, is the lord.
Yeah, he's not dead, he's fine.
When Agathund is the dead guy.
Agathund.
No, I think he's referring to the cultists.
Oh.
They have no more to fear of Agathim now, bellowed Grignar in a deep, mirthful tone,
I
with
see.
a gleeful smirk upon his face. I have seen that they were delivered from his vengeance. Engrossed by Carthena's graceful stride and conversation, Grignar failed to take note of the footfalls rapidly approaching behind him. Well done, Grignar!
Grignar's a bit shit, really.
I'm talking to this woman, and also, I'm looking at this woman, and the guards are like, hey, like the modifier for his listen check is rubbish right now! As he swung aside the arched portal linking the chamber with the corridors beyond, a maddened, bloodlusting screech reverberated from his eardrums, seemingly utilizing the speed of thought,
nice.
which for Grignar is very slow.
Where's that E going?
We've no idea.
It's trying to go down to foe.
Yep.
It wants this.
Grignar swiveled to face his unknown foe. With gaping eyes and widened jaws, Grignar raised his axe above his surly mane, but he was too late.
Dun dun dun.
Grignar is going to be killed by plot.
Please, surly mine.
By the way, this is going to be a really short chapter. So who else? It's your turn.
Surly mine.
Oh yes, surly mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But a really short chapter for you now.
With wobbling knees and
Why
swimming
7.5
head.
though?
What?
Why 7.5?
Oh, wait, I know. Just read ahead to the sentence. Oh, dear.
With wobbling knees and swimming head, the priest that had lapsed into an epileptic seizure... Oh, god damn it. Epileptic seasoner?
Seasoner,
Rose steadily to his feet, while enacting his choking fit in writhing agony. What? That doesn't sound very unsteadily, it says. Fuck's sake, I can't read. The shaman was overlooked by Grignar. The barbarian had mistaken the seizure for the death throes of the acolyte, allowing the priest to avoid his stinging blade.
To be fair, Grignar is not a trained doctor.
Also, Grignar had an
He's
axe,
definitely
not a fucking sword. The sight that met the priest's inflamed eyes nearly served to sprawl him upon the floor once more. The sacrificial sat it grim. What? I feel like I'm having a stroke. The sacrificial sat it grim, blood spattered silence all around. Oh, that's supposed to be in.
Yeah,
oh, I see. Okay,
but it's it.
yeah, around him, broken only by the occasional yelps and howlies of his maimed and butchered fellows. But I thought they were dead.
No, they are dying.
Okay.
Grignar does not coup de grace.
Coup de Gracie. Above his head rose the hideous idol, its empty socket holding the shaman's infuriating. Infuriated gaze. Jesus. His eyes turned to the stony glaze with the realization of the pillage and blasphemy. Due to his high susceptibility following the seizure, the priest was transformed into a ravaging maniac bent solely upon wreaking vengeance.
I don't think that's how seizures work.
No. With lips curled and quivering, a crust of foam dripping from them, the acolyte drew a long, wicked-looking jewel-hilted scimitar from his silver girdle and fled through the aperture in the ceiling, uttering a faintly perceptible blow? Ceremonial gibberish. Okay.
And then we cut back to Grignar.
A sweeping scimitar swung towards Grignar's head in the shadowed blur of motion.
Grignar was then killed. The end.
Yeah, Grignar died. With an axe raised over his head, Grignar prepared to
with
parry the
axe.
Oh, sorry.
It is now named. It is now just called Axe. Hello, I'm Axe. Oh God, what are you doing?
Maybe it's the deodorant. He did reek.
Yes.
With axe raised over his head, Grignar prepared to parry the blow, while gaping wide-eyed in an open-mouthed perplexity.
I was ambushed.
What happened to Grignar? Suddenly a sharp snap resounded behind the frothing shaman. The scimitar, halfway through its fatal sweep, dropped from the quivering, nerveless hand, clattering harmlessly to the stonnage. Cutting his screech short with a bubbling, red-mouthed gurgle, the lacerated acolyte staggered under the pressure of the released springboard. After a moment of... Oh god damn it. After a moment of hopeless struggling, the shaman buckled, sprawling face down in a widened pool of blood and entrails.
Blood.
He went in the trap, didn't he?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. His regal purple robe blending enhancingly with the swirling streams of crimson. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Did someone die?
The story was so appalling, you kicked Kiko out.
I didn't kick Kiko out. Kiko, well, he died.
He dead. Like, literally that entire sentence, like...
Oh well, we have a few minutes. I continue. He'll probably be back.
Yeah, go for it.
Mrifkle. I thought that I had killed the last of those dogs. You didn't even kill all of the ones you thought you killed.
You stabbed them and let them drown out, you sick fuck.
Muttered Grigr in a half-apathetic state. Mrifk, I thought I killed... Fuck, yeah, he doesn't give a shit. Nay, Grignar! You doubtlessly grew careless while giving vent to your lusts. But let us not tarry any longer, lest we overtax the fates. The path leading to the freedom will soon be barred. The wretch's cries must certainly have attained unwanted attention. The wench mused.
What shocking approximation of an accent was that supposed to be?
That was just supposed to be a lady.
Ah, I see. Right then.
By what direction shall we pursue our flight? Up the stairs and down the corridor, a short distance in concealed entrance in a tunnel seldom used by others than the prince. and known to few save others save the palace's royalty. Okay, so he is a prince because there's more royalty, unless he means nobles.
Maybe the noble royalty people. Does anyone care?
I don't know. I'm
I don't
trying.
think he cares. He doesn't care.
He's dead.
No, I meant the writer.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's 2 statements from him since he wrote this. One was that he was sad that people made fun of him for something he wrote 40 years ago, and the next was that he was dead. Yeah.
Oh, I feel bad.
He didn't like it. He's dead. He doesn't care.
Yeah, well, true, but still.
It's used mainly by the prince when he wishes to take leave of the palace in secret. It is not... I don't see the prince functioning outside in secret. He gets so... Whenever someone doesn't speak to him with the biggest respect in the
explodes.
Yeah, I don't think
he
that
walks
would
to
work.
the local tavern, asks for a beer. The guy's like, "Give me a second." He goes, "Me!"
Yeah.
He just slabs him.
Just fuck. In Prince's best interest to leave the chateau in public view. Even while under heavy guard, he's often assaulted by hurtling stones and rotted fruits. The commoners have little love for him, lectured the near lady.
The lady.
Near lady.
Milady.
Exclamation mark, maybe? It is amazing that they would ever have left a pig like him become... they would ever have left a pig like him become their ruler. Left a pig... Jesus. I should imagine that his people would rise up and crucify him like the dog he is. You don't crucify dogs.
Also, he's now a pig dog.
A crucifix is made to work because a person sort of has a head and arms like that.
The right shape.
Yeah.
Also, are we saying that Christianity exists in this place, or?
I think crosses existed before Christianity. It just became a
wasn't
symbol of it.
crucifixion about like crucifixion itself was due to like specifics, wasn't it? Like with the Romans and the Christians. Or am I
But the
mistaken?
Romans weren't Christians. But
No, that's what I meant. And they were doing
the-
that to the Christians. Wasn't that like a ha take the piss thing for the Christians?
I don't know. I think that the crucifix became a thing after that because it became this symbol of whatever. I don't. They used fish before then. I think little squirrely fish. When they were.
If we just used the wheel, that would solve all this problem, wouldn't it?
I guess I don't think Grignar has invented the wheel.
No, I don't mean invent the wheel. I meant that's the stabbing wheel. No, never mind.
Oh yeah, the
that
wheel of pain.
Yeah.
I'm sort of hoping Kiko comes back because we've 3 minutes left, and it would be nice to wrap it up.
What,
He's offline.
He's dead. Yeah, his internet has been slain. Do you want me to carry on, or?
Completely dumped it. Yeah, sure, I guess.
So we'll start. Alas, Grignar, it is not as simple as all that. His soldiers are well paid by him. As long as he keeps their wages, out, he will
He
never carry out
pays
their
his
damage.
employees. Him.
The crude implements of the common folk would never stand up under an onslaught of forged blades and protective armor. They would be going to their own slaughter.
They hit him with bananas and shit. They literally throw produce at him that apparently reaches him. That could be anything else that could kill him.
Yeah, seriously, that could be spears, but whatever.
Yeah, poisoned piss and.
Stated Carthena to a confused but angered Grignar.
I don't understand half of this, and it makes me angry.
Yet how can they bear to live under such oppression? I would sooner die beneath the sword than live under such a dog's command, added Grignar. I noticed he stopped dropping the thine and thous. Never mind. As the pair stalked down the hall in the direction opposite that of which Grignar had come. Well, yes, that's generally the opposite. Tends to mean.
So he keeps going forward. I'll propel myself in the opposite direction of the one that I've been walking with my back to. No, that's
I'm
forward.
going to start saying that at work now. Like, which way did you come? I came from the opposite direction of which I arrived. But all men are not of the same mold that you were born of. They chose to live as they are so to save their filthy necks from the chopping block, returned Carthena in a disgusted tone as she cast an appeased glance towards the stalwart figure at her side whose left arm was wound dexterously around her slim waist, his slowly waning torch casting their images in intermingling wisps as it dangled from his left hand. God, someone shoot me.
How the fuck do you dexterously put your...
He dexterously wound it,
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe he's like flailing his arm around dexterously. He's touching it. He's like, whoop, whoop,
No, it's
whoop,
like,
whoop.
yeah, it's skillfully. I mean...
Yes, he's skillfully squeezing her
The
side.
fucking arm is already there. How's he still being skillful? He's already placed it.
He rolled a dex check for it.
I don't know. This is weird.
Presently, Garthina came upon the panel, concealed amongst the other granite slabs, and discernible only by the burned-out cresset above it. As I pushed the cresset aside, pushed the panel inwards, Garthina motioned towards the panel she was referring to. Yes, we are aware she is motioning about the panel because she talked about it. You don't need to reiterate the fact.
Fight him.
It's stupid. If he wasn't dead, I'd slap him.
Oh, we're almost done.
Oh, thank God for that. As she twisted the crescent in a counter-closing motion, Grignr braced his right shoulder against the walling, concentrating the force of his bulk against it. The slab gradually swung inwards with a slight grating sound. Garthina stooped beneath Grignr's corded arms and crawled upon all fours into the passage beyond. Or assage, I'm sorry.
The assage.
Grignr's all like, assage. Grignr followed after casing the slab back into place.
Fuck.
Ugh. This yellow page is hideous.
Yeah, orange, I think.
Oh.
Do you want me to,
yeah, I mean, do you want me to carry on for a little bit, or do you want to carry on, or?
Sure. Go on.
Wait. Oh, okay. Winding before the pair was a dark, musty tunnel, exhibiting tangled spider webs from its ceiling to wall, and an oozing, sickly slime running lazily upon its floor.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck happened? I feel like I have a stroke with half of these sentences.
Right, you know when you read something, it's like stabbing your brain.
Yeah.
I feel like my brain's slowly oozing out my ear as I read it.
Yeah,
like,
reading this is like having your skull cracked open and having someone shit directly into your cerebral cortex.
I like playing Dead Space 3 then.
Yeah, sort of. Where were you?
I don't know, my brain came out. Let me just stuff it back in. Hanging from the chipped wall upon Grignr's right side was a half... It had a capital R.
It did.
Right side is a half molded corpse.
Jesus.
It's a serious work of art and fiction. We should
Flacking again, son. I don't know what that means.
Its grey flacking arms held in place by rusting iron manacles. Garthina.
Flacking is to publicize or promote. Yo, got arms here, mate. You want any of these? You want some of this? I just imagine that they all post like they want hugs. Like, come here. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Garthina flinched back into Grignr's arms at sight of the leering set in an ugly, distorted grimace, staring horribly at her from the hollow, gaping sockets. This alcove must also be used by Agathim as a torture chamber. I thought only Agathim and a few dudes knew about this passage. Why would they use it as a torture chamber? Seems really inconvenient.
I don't know.
I wonder how many of his enemies have disappeared into these haunts, never to be heard from again. Yeah, just like my brain. Pondered the hulking brute.
Jesus Christ. Let us flee before we are also caught within Agathim's ghastly clutches. The exit from this tunnel cannot be very far from here! Exclamation mark. Said Garthina with a slight sob to her voice. Oh shit, I forgot to do her voice.
Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. As she sagged in Grignr's encompassing embrace, she's just lost her bones.
She's had a bad day. She's almost been sacrificed. She's had her nipples squished. She's generally
Crushed.
just...
That was
Sorry,
still correct. That was the correct usage.
Yeah, just unnecessary usage.
Technically. Aye, semicolon. It will be best to be finished with this corridor as soon as it is possible. But why?
Again, the statement. It's best if we finish this place that we're walking through as soon as we can walk through it. Yes.
Yes.
Ideally, that is why we're walking through this place.
Why do you flinch from the sight of death so, Rift? You have seen much death this day without exhibiting such emotions, exclaimed Grignar as she led her trembling form along the dingy confines.
Son, she said, but why do you flinch from the sight of so? Rift! As in, like, the game. He's advertising.
Oh, so Rift. No, I think he talks to her as Rift. As like, she spun the wrench and now she's just a fucking vag.
What?
Yeah, never mind. So what do these dashes mean, literally?
I've never seen them used like that particularly. Normally you can connect sentences in a way like that sometimes, but normally you have ellipses instead, which is the normal way of doing it. The dashes are
it's like
strange.
start sentence, start speaking sentence, 3 dashes, The man hanging from the wall was Daytona? No. Doyanta?
Doyanta.
He had committed the folly of showing affections for me in front of Agathon. 3 dashes again.
I'm guessing that is for pause, I'm supposing?
Why would he start doing that now?
Because if you look, as he's getting through it, he's doing different things. I'm guessing like he wrote a bit one night, came in the next night and went, shit, I fucking love dashes, let's put them in.
Yeah, it's like, he's probably he's working his way through one of the Robert E. Howard books.
Yeah.
And he's just like, dude, this looks awesome. Let's never write she said, but like bustily the wench or whatever.
I want to know how I'm gonna like write bustily.
Well, she is busty, like, and she asks, so I guess.
Get her words fly out.
He never meant any harm for his actions! Exclamation mark. Weird ball. At this coffee, yeah, there's a weird sphere floating after the. I see. Okay. Yeah, sorry. At this, Kathina broke into a slow, steady whimpering. Not slow, steady, not any of that.
Yeah, but she's chocking her voice.
Chocking her voice with gasping sobs. There was never anything between us, yet Agathon did this to him. The beast made the demons of hell's deepest haunt. Hello, Kiko. Claw away at this wretched flesh for his merciless act, she prayed.
You alive?
You with us again?
You've been slain?
It was not only the priest that was killed by that catapult. It was me for a while.
Yeah, you died.
We're on page 46, about halfway down.
Oh my word! You've gone so far without me.
Yeah, we're going for the home stretch. It would be.
But I've missed so much. Give me a summary.
Summary. Oh God. We're talking about walking in opposite directions and generally chambers.
All right, let me just read. Let me catch up. Okay.
We also found out that flacking means to promote or publicize.
Yeah.
So basically, they're going. Grr, arg, this Agathon is awful. Why do people not stand up to him? Because they are not Ecordians like you. Grr, arg, I would certainly kill them.
Yes, and then they walk through torture chamber, and that's
I've gone from being like random person to person who knows everything about everything and will tell you everything about everything.
She's great. I love her.
Yeah, she turned out to be like a princess or something.
Oh, but I got to that bit. I got to
Daytona. Got to Daytona.
Okay, but I've missed so much. I feel like I'm detached.
Trust me, you haven't. Just
the
only thing you missed is my brain coming out my ear.
Fucking Grignar.
Well, when it next switches over, it needs to be me again.
Yeah, you're going from the end of page 47. 46.
Okay.
I detect that you feel more for this fellow than you wish to let on. But enough of this. We can talk of such matters after we are more free to do so. Grignar roboticized. With this, Grignar lifted the grieved female to her feet and strode onward down the corridor, supporting the bulk of her weight with his surging left arm. What?
Surges with the power of plot.
Yeah. Presently, a dim light was perceptibly filtering into the tunnel, casting a dim reddish hue upon the moldy wall of the passage as grim confines. Kathina had ceased her whimpering and partially regained her composure. The tunnel's end must be nearing. Rays of sunlight are beginning to seep into
what? Into what?
We will never know. An indeterminable amount of time. Grignar clam, Ed. His right hand over Kathina's mouth with a slight struggle, pulled her over to the shadow of the right-hand wall of the path, while at the same time thrusting his torch beneath an overhanging stone to smother its flickering rays. Okay, doesn't that just put a bunch of embers down in his surly mane?
That is fine. He is Grignr the Ecordian. Embers have no effect on his glistening skin.
Be silent, I can hear footfalls approaching through the tunnel, growled Grignr in hushed tone. All that you hear are the horses corralled at the far end of the tunnel. That is a further sign that we are nearing our goal, she stated, exclamation mark. All that you hear is less than I hear. I hear footsies coming. Footsteps coming towards us. Silence yourself that we may find out whom they are being brought into contact with. We are being brought into contact with. Fuck me. I miss things even when it's correct.
It's only because your brain's leaking out your ear, don't worry, I haven't been to.
Also second language, it's not... I doubt that any would have thought as yet of searching his passage for us, that finding him in a rectal exam. Yeah.
whole hand.
The advantages of surprise will be upon our side, Grignar warned. There you go. You get an actual...
Then we go on to the starry...
Oh, it's actually got one of those
ever.
big C's starting there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, nice.
But look at the image on the right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
That must be the big bad guy. That must be the big bad guy.
It's
To be
fucking
honest, it's how I look after reading this bloody book.
Carthena cast her eyes downward and ceased any further pursuit towards conversation, an irritating habit in which she had gained an amazing redacted proficiency. Two figures came into the pair's view from around a turn in a tunnel. They were clothed in rich luxuriant silks and rambling on in conversation, while ignorant of their crouching foes waiting in an ambush ahead. That barbarian dog is cringing beneath the weight of the lash at this very moment, sire. He shall cause no more disturbance. Aye, and so it is with any who dare to cross the path of Sargon's chosen one, said the second man. But the peasants are showing signs of growing unrest. They complain that they cannot feed their families while burdened with your taxes. Well, get some more bovine people and throw them at them. Excellent, sire, more feet. I shall teach those sluts the meaning of humility. Order an immediate increase upon their taxes. Sire, won't that make them more angry? They dare to question my sovereign authority.
Oh yeah, you missed a bit where they threw fruit at Agathon as he went around the town.
Yeah.
Well,
apparently he sneaks out as well. He goes out alone, secretly.
But gets fruit thrown at him.
This is not ha. This is not ha. This is ha ha. They shall soon learn what true oppression can be. I will. A shadowed bulk leapt from behind a jutting promontory as it brought down a double-edged axe with the spud of a striking thought.
I like the spud.
One of the nobles sagged lifeless to the ground, skull split to the teeth. Grignar gasped as he observed the bisected face set in its leering death agonies. It was Agathon! See? He lived!
Yeah.
Well, now he is dead.
He still lives. What?
No, he is dead now.
Oh.
The dead man's comrade, having recovered from his shock, drew a jewel-encrusted dagger from beneath the folds of his robes and lunged towards the barbarian's back. A foolish mistake, as we all know that Grignar is made out of pure barbarian steel.
He's made out of pure plot. It doesn't matter what he's made out of.
Grignar spun at the sound from behind and smashed down his crimsoned axe once more. His antagonist, there is a Y there. It was overwritten with a T, but I go with his antagonist. He lunged, howling, to a stream of stagnant green water, grasping a spouting stump that had once been a wrist. Grignar raised his axe over his head and prepared to finish the incomplete job, but was deterred halfway through his lunge by a frenzied screech from behind. Is this the priest again?
No, he got done in.
He got done in, yeah.
I don't fucking know at this point.
Yeah, I know, but I know this story by now. He'll be back. He'll just come back. Carthena leapt to the head of the writhing figure, plunging a smouldering torch into the agonized face. The howls increased in their horrid intensity, stifled by the sizzling of roasting flesh, then died down until the man was reduced to a blubbering mass of squirming, insensate flesh. Grignar advanced to Carthena's side, wincing slightly from the putrid aroma of charred flesh that rose in a puff of thick white smog throughout the chamber. Carthena reeled slightly, staring dazedly downward at her gruesome handiwork. I had to do it. It was Agathon. I had to, she exclaimed.
Fucking ellipses with spacers. Fuck off.
Sargon should be more careful of his right-hand men, added Grignar, a smug grin upon his lips. But to hell with Sargon for now. The stench is becoming bothersome to me. Never mind the fact that I've killed everyone here. Only now am I getting annoyed at the stench of death. With that, Grignar grasped Carthena around the waist, leading her around the bend in the cave and into the open.
Grignar's very gropey with his hands, I see. Yeah. No, he doesn't really care for personal space very much.
No, it's like, you go this way, item.
He's going to see the outside world again.
Also, notice that Carthena got a name and it's not immediately killed.
Which is nice.
I guess.
That is because she is plot dump.
The slut.
No, that's Grignar.
That is anyone who apparently angers
anyone else. Yes.
A ball, or Agathon in that case. A ball of feral red was rising through the mists of the eastern horizon, dissipating the slinking shadows of the night. A corral stood before the pair, enclosing 2 grazing mares. Grignar reached down a Grignar reached into a weighted down leather pouch dangling at his side and drew forth a scintillant red emerald he had obtained from the bloated idol. Raising it towards the sun, he said, "We shall do well with bauble, eh?"
He's Canadian now.
Apparently.
Eh?
Carthena gaped at the gem, gasping in a terrified manner. "The Eye of Argon! Oh, Carla!" At this, the gem gave off a blinding glow, then dribbled through Grignar's fingers in a slimy red ooze. Grignar stepped back, pushing Carthena behind him. The droplets of slime slowly converged into a pulsating jelly-like mass. A single opening transfixed the blob, forming into a leech-like maw. Oh, great! It's the boss in disguise.
Oh no.
Then the hideous transgressor. You can try one if you like.
No, I'm good.
I just read
the
some of it
hideous
goes no.
The hideous transgressor of nature flowed towards Grignar, a trail of greenish slime lingering behind it. The single gap puckered repeatedly, emitting a ghastly sucking sound.
I'll pucker repeatedly at this fucking story.
Grignar spread his legs into a battle stance. I just imagine him going, "Whoa!" then just reading Shakespeare.
Dun, 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 dun,
Stealing
dun,
his
dun.
quivering
Philosophy isn't
fuse for a battle royal with a thing he knew not how to fight. Oh, just hit it, it'll work. Carthena wound her arms about her protector's neck, mumbling, "Kill it! Kill it!" while her entire body trembled. You could help him kill it.
You know, honestly, like wrapping your arms around someone's neck when they're trying to fight seems a bit counterproductive.
Well, he's been swinging loads of people around as weapons. Might as well just use her as a weapon at this point now.
Sticks her in his pants at the same time. Bonk.
The thing
This was pre the blob, wasn't it? So he doesn't know to use cement. The blob was from the early 80s, I think.
The blob was actually weak to cold.
What?
Steve McQueen's blob was weak to the cold.
I thought they poured cement in it.
No, they ended up attacking it with cold and fire extinguishers and
Can
freezing
someone
it.
pour cement on me?
And then they just drop it into the Arctic in the end in a big cement box.
Oh.
The thing was, that's my knowledge of Steve McQueen there, where he was pretending to be a teenager. He was not convincing.
Oh.
The thing was almost upon Grignar when he buried his axe into the gristly maw. It passed through the blob and clanged upon the ground. Wow, you swung that really far. Grignar drew his axe back with a film of yellow-green slime clinging to the blade. The thing was seemingly unaffected. Then it started to sluice up his leg. The hairs upon his nape stowed on end from a slimy feel of the thing's booly bulk. Booly bulk.
Bully bulk. Oh yeah, there's another Thing movie. I didn't actually know. I thought there was only the 88 one.
No, there's the one in 2000.
The blob, sorry, not the Thing.
Yeah, unfortunately there was. The Nauta sucking sound became louder, and Grignar felt the blood being drawn from his body. With each hiss of hideous pucker, the thing increased in size.
Not hideous pucker.
You want me to take over? Or?
Certainly, this amazing battle where it's like, I can't hit it, what do I do?
Alright. Grignar shook his foot about madly in an attempt to dislodge the blob, but it clung like a leech, still feeding upon his rapidly draining life fluid. Is it in his pants?
No, it's on his
What
leg.
do you mean?
Oh. Well, you know.
No.
Just throw the panther at it, it'll feed on that
Yeah.
for a while.
He grasped with his hands, trying to rip it off, but only found his hands entangled in a sickly, glue-like substance. The slimy thing continued its puckering, now having grown to the
Stop
size
using
of...
that word! You have a fucking thesaurus, you keep writing puckering, it's unnerving. Stop it.
Now having grown the size of Grignar's leg from its vampiric
Now I have a
feet.
question for you, okay? This thing is the size of its leg. How much blood does Grignar have in his body?
Enough?
1,800 pints. He's made out of blood. Grignar
He is-
began to reel and stagger under the blob, his chalk-white face and faltering muscles attesting to the gigantic loss of blood. Carthena... Sorry, go on.
Grignar is showing weakness!
Oh, thank God for that. Maybe he's gonna die. Carthena slipped from Grignar in a death-like faint, a morrow-chilling scream upon her red rubish lips. In
Rubbish.
final desperation...
Oh, Rubish, I see, yeah.
Rubish, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Grignar grasped the smouldering torch upon the ground and plunged it into the reeking maw of the travesty. What a travesty!
Yeah.
A shudder passed through the thing. Grignar felt the blackness closing upon his eyes, but held on with the last ebb of his rapidly waning vitality. He could feel its grip lessening at a hideous gurgling sound erupted from the withering
Wait. The massive monster is weak to the most easy-to-make thing for humanity, fire?
Creatures ill like fire, Arisen.
No!
So how do we
Everything
defeat
ill
this
like
ancient
fire,
Cthulhian entity? Oh, just set fire to it.
Surprisingly, anything, not many things enjoy being set on fire. The jelly-like mass began to bubble like a vat of boiling tar as quivers passed up and down its entire form. With a sloshing plop, the thing fell to the ground, evaporating in a thick scarlet cloud until it retained its original size.
That was a pathetic final boss.
Seriously, no music for you. It retained
I have
thus
music for you.
that or the Carnival Night music.
Dude.
I prefer Poojan.
I don't know that.
We are not having Poojan.
Oh.
Sorry. It remained thus for a moment as the puckered maw took the shape of a protruding red eyeball, the pupil of which seemed to unravel before it the tale of creation.
I was a terribly vulnerable and pathetic Cthulhian entity.
Seriously. How a shapeless mass slithered from the quagmires of the stigmatic pool of time, only to degenerate into the leprosy of avaricious lust. Ugh. In that fleeting moment, the grim mystery of life was revealed before Grignar's instead glaze, but presumably just listened to like busty talk.
Didn't grasp any of it.
No, he just listened to busty talk again. Boobs.
Oh no.
The eyeball's glare turned to a sudden plea of mercy, a plea for the whole of humanity.
I was blatantly going to help you all by sucking out all of your blood.
Sucking out the panther's blood for real. Then the blob began to quiver with violent convulsions. The eyeball shattered into 1,000 tiny fragments and evaporated in a curling wisp of scarlet mist. The very ground beneath the thing began to vibrate and swallowed up with a belch. Weird.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Grignar, I'm just gonna swallow this for you. Just gonna swallow this for you, Grignar.
Oh man, I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh jeez, I don't know about that.
I think
you
it's
sound
pretty
weird?
bad.
The thing was gone forever. Sadly, it was a good film. All that remained was a dark red blotch upon the face of the earth, blotching things up. That's genuine.
those blotches blotching things up.
That's genuinely what blotches do.
He's been going on with the fucking thesaurus, and it's like, this fucking thing blotching things up.
Oh, what?
Or
Thesaurus
he got to the end,
blotch.
he's just given up. He's just like,
Darn,
the
there's
blotch.
This is the extra bit.
This is
The
the extra
Grignr-
bit. This is the lost ending that by many is not considered canon or written by Feist.
Apparently it ends on page 48. This bit is new.
Really? 'Cause it's equally as terrible, so, you know.
Don't worry. I've seen the last line here. You'll get to it.
Where were we? Blotching that. Shaking his head, his shaggy mane to clear the jumbled fragments of his mind, Grignr tossed the limp female over his shoulder. I mean, she has a name now. I mean, never mind. Mounting one of the disgruntled mares and leading the others, the weary, scarred barbarian, Trooted.
True.
Maybe he should stop the bleeding.
It's not very a heroic thing to troot off into the sunset.
No.
Slowly off into the heights and become a tiny pinpoint in a filtered field of swirling blue mist, leaving the nobles, soldiers, and peasants to replace the missing monarch. Long live the king. What a perfect note to leave that.
Oh, Jesus
Leave
Christ.
the king! Wait, where did he go?
I
No!
have no idea what to draw for this one.
Winner of the J.T. Rickosh Award for Excellence, presumably in the sarcasm department.
So, let me get this straight. All along, they were going to sacrifice this Carthena to this entity that basically was a giant Cthulhian leech, whose only weakness is fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
It needs to eat every 3 days when
I
there's
have read
moon or
about
something.
many Cthulhian entities, and this one ranks even below Ehort. And
Well-
Ehort is rubbish.
Oh man, that was an experience.
So, next time we're going to start Might in a Life, are we?
The one
Oh,
with
I've got
Martin
an
Small and
appointment.
Dennis Quaid.
Is that appointment with anything else?
Yeah, it's an appointment with like 18 packs of paracetamol.
Only
Nice.
18?
Yeah, I didn't want to overdo it.
I'm only sad that I was gone for some of it.
Oh well.
Yeah, I mean,
I read up. It was mostly plop, 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 plop.
we
plop.
laughed, we cried, we had a jolly old time.
Was it mostly crying?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I was there for the excellent final battles.
Yeah, it was
where
very fine.
We ambush people, but Carthena kills someone, and
I
then
wish they would make a movie.
no,
Nah.
Yeah, just keep
Yeah.
rebooting it. Not
No.
true to the novel. Oh my god, the book was better.
Wait, so where's it supposed to have finished then? 48?
it's
Yeah.
supposed to have finished at page 48.
That's
Or
when
at the
he
end.
that's when he sent it in. The rest was supposedly recovered later, but they don't know.
To be honest, it's equally as trash, so it's very well possible.
Sorry, it ends with "Long live the king." I mean, is he
exactly,
the
yeah.
king, or has the king gone away? Well, the king is dead now, even though he wasn't the
No,
king.
he wasn't a king, he was a prince, though.
Yeah, but he was also a king, apparently.
Yeah, but there was more nobility in the palace. Yeah,
Should we-
it said there was more nobility in the palace, so they just have someone replace him. Jesus Christ.
Alright,
He will be back for the sequel.
but we're not going to be.
No, he's dead.
Yeah, he ain't gonna make a sequel.
He's long dead. Oh well.
But what have we learned from all of this?
I
not to read
think
books.
that I knew things at some point. Now I know
Yeah.
less.
I realize that I've been counting the spiders on my wall vigorously over and over again.
So-
I have learned, however, that the true vastness. Oh, by the way, scroll down to the next page.
There's a picture.
There is a picture, but scroll down to. I have learned that there is a true vastness and beauty in language that can convey and drag you into amazing worlds of brilliant, enrapturing depth. And
Where did
This
you learn
is-
this?
not from
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. I said this is.
This was
not
so
an
beautiful and
example of-
enrapturous that it shit your internet up.
This is not an example of this. This is.
The undeniable horrors of this story crippled your net.
Well, the thing is that actually, deep down, this is a very simple story. Barbarian,
Yeah,
Told in a
boy meets girl.
complicated way.
Barbarian turns up. Barbarian causes ruckus. Barbarian gets imprisoned in dungeon. Barbarian goes down. Barbarian goes and rescues someone. Barbarian goes here. Barbarian murders people. Barbarian murders Blob Thing. Blob Thing goes away. He walks off.
Had it only been a knob ruckus.
Oh, the Knob Rockers. That's good. Cock Rampage.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there are many things wrong with this.
Yes. Yes, there are.
This is
I'm
normally when you'd be like, and there is a positive, and it's like,
I think this is sort of like orc technology. If you
If
move
you
all the
believe in
things, if you remove all the things that's wrong with it, there's nothing left. So
if you believe in it, it will work better.
it's quite simple, Captain. If we fix it with enough broken stuff, the broken stuff will go all the way around and become fixed.
yes.
What? It just works, Captain. Don't worry about it. Just don't push that button. It will blow up the universe.
There is one positive thing about this.
Yes.
It ended.
Well, yes.
Did it end? I feel that the adventures of Grignar continue on in our hearts.
I'll tell you what's going to continue on my forehead when I slam it into the desk in a second.
Just go. "Ugh."
Seriously. I'm going to go eat a copious amount of chocolate now.
Fuck that shit. So, shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, indeed. Thanks for listening.
If
Hope
we
you,
draw it out for another 2 minutes exactly, it'll be exactly 1.5 hours.
Let's not do that.
Excellent.
Let's end on a
Draw
weird
it
time.
out for 2 more minutes. And then Grignar rode. Fan fiction, people. There must be fan fiction of the continuing.
Absolutely
adventures of
not. I hate
Grignar.
both of you. Let's not.
Look it up, Rupert. Look it up.
Ah!
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Jesus God!